Hello, this is week 8, week right before spring break. Looking forward to not having a project next week. So this week we were supposed to start our art installation. Um, well, my group mainly, pretty much we did our work all outside of class because most of us could not all be in class at the same time, um, unfortunately, but we found a way around it. We went to the ASI building, worked on it on the Macs in there, and one person in our group has a Mac, so we all met up on the weekend and also spent a couple extra hours on our project right there, picking textures and getting some last final touches on our, the start of our, what we plan to get out of our art installation. So pretty much what we have done right now is we have our wrestling ring with our staircases leading up to it on the second floor, and we have the start of our photo booth, or sorry, slap booth. And so from here on out, it's pretty much just adding little details here and there, and then also creating the Pooh Bell twins photos. We want to make. We decided we're gonna put a wall around with photos of the Pooh Bell twins instead of on the first floor, because we figured it looked more epic with stairs coming from all directions instead of just like one or two. So it kind of gave it like that Aztec temple feel, since it is Mexican wrestling. Just thought that was like a little cool thing that we threw in there. So I'm looking forward to finishing that during spring break. Probably gonna put in a few hours here and there, and hopefully it won't be too rough. Everything was worked out pretty well up until now. Second Life is actually getting a lot easier for me. Like the whole mechanics behind it, changing textures, moving, shifting things around, duplicating objects. So that's always a plus. Also, what helped a lot was the fact that I actually sketched out my things beforehand in my sketchbook, which is a really bad glare on this. But yeah, so those will be on my Tumblr. But pretty much, I took a engineering course, about 2 years ago, and they taught me how to do, front, top, and right side views of when you're trying to dimension different shapes and objects. So that's pretty much what I did for our photo booth and our wrestling ring. It was just kind of a rough idea, and I went with it. Kind of just helped having like a guideline. Also, for this week, we have to do another reading, as always. This week's reading was Darko Maver, Art, Death, and Myth Making. Honestly, I was kind of distracted by the gory images, so it was kind of hard to actually try to read because I honestly could not stand looking at the page, just to be honest. But one thing that did stick out to me though was on the first page it talks about public opinion and how Maver, it says, well, I'll read you the actual sentence. It says Maver plays with the role of media and the mechanisms of creation of public opinion. And if you read on, it talks about how media kind of numbs. It's it says media has like a numbness on the world, saying that, well, in my opinion, I think what it's trying to say is that media try, when they look at what they consider art, public's opinion of art, they kind of blur out the the downfalls, not really downfalls, but the darker side of art, if that makes any sense. Because Darko Maver, what he does is he pretty much replicates death, or just very gory death, almost crime scene looking scenarios. And most people would look at that and they would think, well, that's not art, but at the same time it kind of is, because I don't remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago in lecture, back when we were still in UT 108, when we were looking back at how art has progressed over the years. there's really not a clear, solid definition of what art can and cannot be. So, just going through that, um, pretty much what I got at this is that Maver is pretty much saying that media is trying to form this opinion, but I'm gonna break free from that, and and obviously he did because he got the attention of Eva and Franco. They posted stuff about him on their webpage, and I just want to get back to the thing about real quick on public opinion though, because it was just interesting because that was actually one of the questions I was asking the my artists, the Poobah twins, in our interview, and I asked them, when they're creating their work, do they do it for the public opinion? Like, do they look for public approval, I guess is the right word, or and they gave me this really long answer saying that obviously, if you're in this business for a reason, most of the time it's to it's a job, so obviously you need to make money somehow. But at the same time, if you're too focused on public opinion, you're not going to put your full effort, and whatever you make isn't going to have full originality because you're doing it for someone else. You're not doing it for yourself. And so, I mean, that was kind of interesting that that kind of just reminded me of my interview. And so, I mean, I got that out of this. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more that I could have gotten out of it, but so far that's really all I've come to realize. Usually something else will come to me later on, but yeah, for now, maybe during class on Tuesday, probably ask someone else about it, see what their opinions are. I always talk to my roommate here about it. He's actually sleeping right behind me. But so I think that's it for this week. I'm looking forward to spring break, and yeah, all right, bye.